While I use my example, the one thing I would want them to know is to realize that there's always a consequence for whatever action it is.
Jackie Chandiru, a Ugandan musician and a former member of the Blue Three, hailing from West Nile, has joined education stakeholders in the sub-region to advocate against the strikes in secondary schools. According to stakeholders, among them school managers, security and political wings of West Nile, most of the strikes are associated with drug abuse by students. However, coming on board to fight the vice is a renowned singer, Jackie Chandiru, who prefers to use her experience of drug abuse to sensitize students against drug abuse that can lead them into regrettable behavior in future.
I would like to use my example when it comes to my past. I abused a drug called pethidine, and indeed up to today I am still paying the consequence of using that drug. It has not been an easy journey for me. It took 5 years for me to get completely off this drug. You see, what these youths are looking for from alcohol and drugs, should I say, they can get. It is something very temporary. And in the end, it's going to definitely lead them to enough problems which they will not even begin to comprehend or try to solve.
Member of Parliament for Arua Central Division, Jackson Atima, is among the stakeholders who has blamed the parents for not manning their children with better behavior.
Instead of us focusing on studies, our children chose to go for strikes. For petty reasons, it has been discovered that most of the ringleaders of these strikes are from families where there is problem with parenting. We shall continue to lag behind as a region when we do not take education serious.
The resident city commissioner of Arua City, Alice Akelo Opio, disclosed that her office is still tracing for a parent who is said to have been sneaking opium into students' dormitories in one of the schools that recently went on strike.
Jackie, you are very welcome, and I think you are going to be a role model. As Sue, the head teacher, told us one parent sneaked 2 bags of opium into the playground, and I'm still looking for that parent. I want to get hold of him and find out what his intentions were. If it is money, that is not the way to make money. You cannot make money at the expense of the future of our young generation.
Principal Education Officer of Arua City, Raymond Ombere, noted that strikes in schools cannot be a way of solving problems for the students.
Strikes are backward ways of solving a problem. And I would like to appeal to our young people to make sure that you use these schools for the purpose for which they were made, not to destroy them.
From February to early April this year, over 23 schools in West Nile have been involved in strikes, including St. Joseph's College Ombachi in Arua City, where 1 student died. Districts that experienced rampant strikes within the same period are Maracha, Terego, Koboko, Moyo, and Arua City. Joseph Warama, UBC.